most important thing other than our presenters and our audience is coffee. We love coffee. So we thank you for those who are our coffee presenters. This week it is Dr. Valanda. Is it Delights or Sensations? I keep getting it wrong. It's Sweet Potato Delights. Thank you so much. Dr. Valanda has been a past presenter also, but she chose to come back and talk a little bit about what she's doing now, how 1 Millioncups in Oakland Thrive has helped their business. So we are looking to have her up in about 30 seconds. But before that, if you're interested in becoming a coffee sponsor, talk to Christina. Where's Christina? Raise your hand. If you want to bring coffee for 40 to 50 people, treats are optional. If you want to bring them, I guarantee you we will eat them. Absolutely. So we encourage coffee sponsors. Our schedule's pretty full till about December, so and keep us full and well caffeinated. So, Dr. Valanda, you want to come up and tell us a little bit about Sweet Potato Delights?
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing?
Okay. Oh, just pull it there.
Well, while they're getting that together, I'm Dr. Valanda Anderson, founder and CEO of Sweet Potato Delights. We manufacture vegan sweet potato-based baked goods for restaurants, health food stores. A natural food patch down the street is one of the stores that carries our cheesecakes, corporate catering. And I hope you are enjoying the cranberry date muffins. So yeah, you are, because they're all gone. I see the boxes empty. And the zucchini squares, and then the 2 quiches, the spinach quiche and the broccoli quiche, right? The 2 ways, there was a slide, 2 ways that I would love to have your support. It's giving time, and so this is the season for nonprofits and their fundraising. And I do have a brochure. We do fundraising support for nonprofits using our cookie box. The cookie box has 3 different cookies in it. And we have 4 nonprofits that are in the midst of doing that. One of them, our own Veteran Life USA. Mary Brodus is here. She's one of our agencies. Some of you may know Dr. Calvin Mann and his agency, Emmy. The DeMarco Project is another one. So if you know someone, an organization that is looking to do something unique with fundraising, I have some brochures on the table there, and I also have some flyers because the holidays are coming and you may look for something nice and savory and different to put on the dessert table at your Thanksgiving dinner. So there are flyers there for information around ordering cheesecake, sweet potato cheesecake, or cranberry bundt cake, or sweet potato pie, right? And you can visit, there's all that information there. That's the one slide that they did get, which is, I guess that's the most important slide. Thank you, and I'll be around afterwards.
Thank you, Dr. Valanda. We apologize for the slides. I don't know what happened there, but excellent, excellent food. And we love the fact that your food is healthy, right? So let's bring on our first presenter this morning. It is Lynn Drake of True North. You want to come on up and tell us all about it? And she's a returning presenter, so she has some updates as to what she's been doing since she presented last year.
Yes, it's been fun to see. It's almost a year.
Oh my God! Wow, she's been busy.
Oh yeah.
Well, shut up.
Thank you so much. Okay, that would be great. Again, my name is Lynn Drake. Most of you know that I own Compass Commercial, but I think it's just about a year. I came here to start a new business called True North Purchasing, to True North Publishing, excuse me. And when I first decided to launch this business, I decided I would create continuing education credits for real estate agents. And the reason I decided to do that is because frankly, in my industry, there's almost no training. And residential agents have the same license as us, and they come in and they don't know what they're doing, and new agents don't know what they're doing. So I thought, well, I'll create these courses so I could teach people how to do it. Also, over here, I have published 2 books. One is called Do You Speak Lease, and the second one is called Do You Speak Purchase. I'm gonna be giving those away. So if you're interested in them, because I know not everybody really wants to learn about commercial real estate, but if you do, please come up here and fill out a form, and then I'll do a drawing later. So let's go to slide number 2.
Products and services?
Products and services.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. I'm out of order. Okay, so I had already published the books, Do You Speak Lease and Do You Speak Purchase, when I presented last time. So those are the books that I'm gonna be giving away. What I came here to present was the continuing education classes, which I just launched 90 days ago. So I'm gonna give you an update on that. And then I also do speaking and things like that. Okay, what's the next one? What I learned. This was probably the most important thing. When I came, I thought I was ready to launch my business. Until I presented, I had no idea how wrong I was. If I had gone forward without working with this group, I would probably be in trouble today. So I didn't know the importance of trademarking. I'd never heard of it. Tanika taught me that. I didn't know how to protect my videos. Bernie helped me with that. I had no clue what I was doing. So we were able to incorporate all of that stuff. And that was very critical to getting things done. And then I also have an alternative sales opportunity that you guys gave me some ideas, which I'm going to talk about a little briefly today with like additional input from who's next. Okay. These are way out of, how do they help? These are out of order. Okay. All right, here, 1 million cups allowed me to identify my blind spots. The people that came forward during the presentation really helped me. And also Oakland Thrive paid for their time for me. So I had less investment than if I had to pay these suppliers. So I would like to thank Oakland Thrive. I would also like to thank Tanika Molden from Molden Law. She assists me with contracts with my, one of my partners. And she also helped me get my videos trademarked. So that was cool. Valerie J from Sales Magic, she helped me with some marketing, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. Bernie Alex Brown from Digital Guard Solutions showed me how to protect my videos from being stolen. I was just gonna put them on my website and let people use them. I hadn't thought through it very well. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. All right, so this is how my business is doing now. First of all, I was able to partner with a third party to host my videos, and I partnered with another company that managed the licensing with the state of Michigan. I really don't have time to manage that, so we came up with a partnership agreement, which Nika created for me, and we have been off to the races ever since. I came here about a year ago. The business officially launched June 1st of this year. We created a website, tmp-success.com. And one thing I got really lucky with, my partner ponied up with 50,000 names of real estate agents in the state of Michigan. So that was pretty exciting. We created marketing accounts for True North in LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Google Business. We started by running a 7-market campaign. We can send out up to 20,000 emails a month. So we actually just finished the first 7, from the first 20,000, and just started the next set of the next 20,000. So it's probably gonna take us another 5-6 months to get these all through for the first set of communications. I have a second campaign that's been created. It's gonna provide some free tools or tools that you need to purchase. It will begin once the 50,000 agents have been notified of our business. This new one will include discounts to purchase legal documents, because one of the biggest problems I find in my industry is residential agents come into commercial and they use their purchase agreements, which have nothing to do with what we do, truly. It's a big problem. So if they're gonna move into my business, they need to purchase the contracts. So we're gonna give them a couple of ideas of where they can purchase them. Additionally, I have a space calculator on my website, Compass Commercial. They are gonna be given access to that. What does that do? If you have a tenant that wants office space, you go in, you pick, there's like there's a picture of every type of room in an office, and then you simply fill out how many you need. You need 1 executive suite. You click 1. You need 3 small offices, you click the size you want. You need 6 8 cubes, you click it. And then what it does is it tells you how many square feet your client needs, because it adds hallways and rentable usable figures. If you're not in commercial real estate and you just add up the room square footages, you're gonna be way off. So we're gonna provide that. Additionally, I have something I created as a giveaway. It is a list of office space. And what I have done is I put a picture of each type. I put, and how do you know what that type is? Because they have different ways that you assume it's a class A, class B, class C, and medical. And they don't charge the same way, and they don't have all the same rules. So that's a giveaway I'm gonna provide, they'd be able to download it. Okay, so here's my, oops, no, I'm not done. Here's my results. We started exactly 90 days ago. And in the first 90 days, we got 674 views on the website. I thought that was pretty good. I'm gonna be real curious. I'm brave to some of the marketing people in here, but I thought that was good for that short of time. And then on the new social media channels, we got 563 views. But no salespeople. I'm hoping it's because it's summer and nobody wants to do continuing education credits in the summer. But I have no sales to date, and I'm hoping that all changes now that everybody's back to work and working again. So, next. So here's what I could use help with. Oh, this is out of order. Everything's out of order. Okay. So I want to know if my marketing is being done correctly. We created a website. We're using, I think it's called Eris GoDaddy. It was super great. It shows me it was really good. I'm happy with it, but that's what we started. It was also very inexpensive. And so I didn't want to spend a lot of money when I got started. So that's what we started with. So I'm looking for any input on the marketing that you think I could do better. Anything that you could think I could do better on this. And then I also, when I talked about this at the first meeting, I have had a lot of people interested in purchasing these videos. I don't know what to charge. I am thinking, so if they purchase the video for training for their staff for a residential commercial firm, I don't know what to charge. I am thinking $750 per credit hour. So I have 5 credit hours, and then I would discount it if they bought all 5 credit hours. So I'm looking for input on that, and perhaps maybe any suggestions on, also the videos could be sold to corporate real estate, because I used to run corporate real estate departments. That's where my experience is from. So any suggestions on that? And then what do we got left next? Okay, that's my contact information. I also want to mention, if anybody would like to get a copy of one of my books, please come up and fill out this form and then we'll do a drawing later. Oh, that's right, I gotta wait here. I'm really looking forward to your input.
All right, thank you, Lynn. So it sounds like without the help from the 1 Million Cups community,
I'd have been in trouble.
you've been in real trouble.
I've been in big trouble.
And we love that, we love to hear that. So because of that, you delayed the launch, you made sure you had everything in place before
Yes.
you launched. Thank you. It's good. So, thank you so much for coming back, we really appreciate it, and we wanna hear those success stories, although you don't have sales yet, we know sales are coming, this is a long sum game. So, first 90 days, you know, that's quite okay, you're doing the right things, so we know the sales are gonna come. And you brought us another challenge.
Yep.
How do you price your training videos? Is your marketing correct? And how to identify additional customers?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the part where you guys come in. You have some suggestions? Come on up. First, come on up.
Oh, hello. Aren't these 1MC microphone things?
Cool.
Daryl with First Hill Marketing, and you know, for some reason, I'm not bored. Like you didn't make real estate is not boring. I checked out. You have a great website. GoDaddy Arrow is a great software. It's a great system to use. I checked your Instagram, and there was a quote I saw. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate late. That's inspirational. There should be a bio in your Instagram. There's some basic things that your marketing can do to enhance it. If you're running campaigns, that's really good. A lot of views, a lot of eyes that you'll see. And I hear that your product are training videos. So maybe you should, don't give all your nuggets,
Oh, no.
but sprinkle some things in reels. Show a face of some sort, or even if you just want to show text, start showing people what True North really is.
Okay, I love that.
Really fundamental things that will really help people on the marketing side understand what TNP is. I will give you a business card afterwards. I would love to talk. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Tanika. Tanika would really help me.
Thank you.
Tanisha,
I'm sorry. Tanisha Molden, so yes, it was a pleasure always working with you. She's fun, as you can see, and so full of energy. I don't know where she gets it. So the thing that I want to offer some advice on is the marketing part. And I literally had this conversation with my intern yesterday and explaining to her the process on marketing or how we market, or at least I can share with you my philosophy and how I work. And I was telling her that each piece that we are trying to identify, of course, you have to know who your avatar is, with keeping that in mind. What action do you want them to take at each step? So for example, she is helping with intake. And in that, she's sending out emails, she's calling people, she's sending text messages. You guys probably got some of those, I'm sure. But at each step, we're like, okay, so they sent the email. How many people opened the email? So did we put the right verbiage in there for the actual open step? That's step one. Did that happen? Did they read the email? Did they do what we asked? Did they click the links? So at each step now we can look at, did they look at the analytics? Did we do that? Because if they don't show up, so you have people showing up, and I'm saying this because you have people showing up watching the video. Now, what is the next action that you want them to take? When they, right, so I understand that, but what is it, what are you saying or doing to get them to take to do that? What do they need to do? Are you telling them they need to purchase? Are you telling them that this is your next step? You have to tell people exactly what you want them to do. And if they're taking that action, so at each step, so if they're sitting there, if you're able to see how long they're watching the videos, then maybe you put in that maybe something happens at a certain point in the video, because you know at 3 minutes, people drop off. So that means that you gotta say your call to action at 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
So you just look at the analytics and identify what your next step is.
Okay. I will do that. No, there's nothing wrong. I'm here for your advice. You saved to me last time.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Lynn. When I looked at your website and I saw that you were doing these as continuing education credits, what I looked for was what organizations are gonna recognize that they count as that. You know, so if you think of like, you know, way back in the day when I was just a facilities guy, you know, I belonged to professional retail store maintenance. And they had continuing education requirements to have some of the like accreditations and things within the organization. So I would wanna know, does it count towards whatever license or accreditation that I need to keep within my industry? And if it's helpful for that, then those people can see if they land on your website that they do actually wanna take it, not just for its content, but also it satisfies things that they need,
Right.
like
That's
into the
nice.
future as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
So-
they're for the state of Michigan real estate license.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it and I forgot to include it. I'm thinking like, I've been hired by the Architect Association. They wanted to learn the real estate and they got my classes also approved. So I'm thinking I can also go deeper here a little bit.
100%, that's exactly what I
Thank
did.
you.
Hello, Lynn.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Melissa McClary Davis. So what to charge and how to identify companies, those are definitely two questions that can be determined with a marketing audit or a marketing launch plan or strategy. Do you have a marketing plan? Yeah, that you're up. And what does the marketing plan say to charge?
Well, right now, we're charging $50 an hour,
Okay,
per credit. Where I'm thinking about going though is selling them to to a brokerage house and they just buy the video. So that I'm thinking 750, but I haven't done any research and I really don't know how to even do that.
okay, so well, the good thing about this is that, all right, you got a plan, so that's great. So in terms of understanding pricing strategy, it's really about testing and reaching out to your target identified audience. And that's an area that you need help with as well, right?
Yes,
Have you just done some deep research with AI to help you with it?
yes, I have done AI, yes. I
And-
use it quite a bit. So here's the deal, I already know my classes are the same price as a CCIM and a SAOR, which are the highest level of education. I have done more transactions than most anybody in the market because I used to run corporate real estate at 1,000 locations when I was in Kelly Services at a big staff. I feel that my courses are at or above that level based upon my experience and my master's in real estate.
So why do you wanna change, why you wanna understand how much to charge?
Because they charge $50 an hour, I think I should charge $50 an hour,
Mhm.
but the residential continuing education stuff is $10-20 an hour. But
Okay,
it's not teaching you anything, it's just filling time.
so you provide value, you're charging on par. So is your concern because you haven't had any sales?
Yes, but it was summer. Who does continuing education this
Well,
summer?
And, yeah, and also, I don't think it's charge, I think more or less it could be messaging.
Messaging, okay,
And I think it's just knowing what to say and how to package it the correct way.
okay.
So, and that's also part of the plan, the marketing plan. So you have the proper messaging, test out a variety of them.
Good idea, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Juwan Buford. My former professional background was that of an investment advisor. I ran trades, and my target market was real estate agents.
Okay,
So as I was listening to you, what I was thinking about were two things. Number one, if you could not only send information about seed credits and what individuals need to do to remain compliant, but if you could also include assessments and make those assessments free, where you kind of qualify specific pain points and needs that individuals have, so they can feel like they get more of a curated experience, right? I'm just thinking how you can create a competitive mode to differentiate yourself from everybody else. Because everybody else is just simply posting these classes and saying, hey, basically get what's on the menu, enroll for what it is that you need. But I very rarely have seen anyone actually qualify agents and brokers and say, look, let's get a little bit more granular. Fill out this assessment and tell me specifically what your pain points are, right? The other thing I'm thinking about as well is a lot of real estate agents right now, just like people in the financial services industry, are struggling with compliance in terms of sales, what they can share online, what type of videos they can post. If they're gonna advertise themselves, what are the gray areas, right? Now that regulations and things like that are changing, if you could add, there's a book out there by Gary Vee, what is it? Jab, jab, left cross?
Okay,
Yeah.
I read his books,
Yeah, where he says, find ways to give people things for free to pull them into your ecosystem.
Got it.
So if you could create some content that addresses those pain points, right? How to market effectively online, how to utilize AI, what are the guardrails? Like, take this class, I'm giving you some value up front so you can market yourself more effectively, because that's what real estate agents are thinking about. Compliance is after the fact. They're thinking about making sales, right? And only 2 out of 100 make a sale. And oftentimes, since they don't have a blueprint or a track to run on to go out there and engage the market. So anything that you can give them for free to help them with that process, you become that brokerage best friend. And then once again, if you could use free assessments where they feel like they're having more of a curated experience, you'll probably get sales that way as well. So those are just a couple things off the top of my head.
I just saw them both in my head. Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Good. Mike McClure. A couple ideas I had. One, when selling to the brokerages, it's something with some of the things I use for my business. They do a sliding scale. So maybe you can do something based on how many people are in the firm, how many people are going to use. So maybe a smaller firm, you could do a lower price, but a bigger firm, you're not giving them such a discount. You know, if I have 2,000 employees, well, I should pay more than the firm that has 100.
So do you think I should start focusing on who manages those groups?
I have no idea. But I would look at maybe size and varying your price based on size.
Okay.
And then from a marketing standpoint, you have these big email lists. Are you using them to do social media marketing?
Yes.
All right, then I don't have to tell you anything.
Thank you.
Hello, Peyton Malashevsky here.
Hi.
Hi, it's been a while since I've spoken in front of people, probably like senior year of high school. So it's nice to meet you, by the way. And you see a nice product and service offered. I would say one of your biggest advantages is going to be Facebook and Instagram advertising. I'm sure you're already on that.
I am, but I'm not paying for it yet. I feel like we're just getting going, really.
Yeah, so I feel like paying for those advertisements or getting your name out there even more and pushing it continuously. I would like to, point out a quick fact that Facebook has only been around for about 20 years now. I believe the internet's been around for 40 something years now, and I'm 22 years old. So what I'm getting at is the more I've grown my business, the more I've used social media, and the word of mouth is important, but like when you're constantly pushing that and people are on social media all the time, now they see what you have to offer, and I think that's just gonna be your biggest asset in terms of now.
Okay, thank you.
So you're welcome.
Test one, test two, can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you, good.
Lynn, imagine me teaching you something. She can teach me so much, I'm a realtor. But I used to be a consultant for marketing and sales and such. So let's just talk about a concept called below the fold.
Okay.
And that is, remember in the newspaper stands, when you see newspaper, what's there, it's called below the fold. That's what you see. And you're like, that's what's gonna draw me in. So I look at this and I go, big logo, big picture, and empower. But I listen to you up here, and I'm like, wow, you got it all. But you have to defend yourself. Well, I'm the best because I've done a transaction because I don't see that anywhere.
Would a video be better?
It
There
would be
was me
great.
talking,
It would be
give my
fantastic.
background,
And
okay.
also testimonials. And yes, you don't have sales yet, but you got a lot of people that you train. And if somebody were to come in and 2 or 3 of them would just say, hey, look, that's my suggestion.
Okay, great, thank you.
Well, thank you. Lots of great advice. Thanks, everyone.
Of course. Please put your name up here and then I'll draw them in a few minutes.
And I know they're gonna be really all over you after this is all over. But, don't run off real quick.
Oh, okay.
One takeaway that you heard this morning.
Oh my gosh, I heard so many, and in fact, I decided I needed to go back and listen to the video because there were several ideas that I'd never thought of. I think what I liked, the last gentleman that spoke, he actually showed me what I need to do. I think that was super, super helpful. Thank you for that. And I have no problem talking, I'm sure you figured that out by now.
No. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
What'd you do? Okay.
Did I break it?
Yeah, just go ahead and start.
All right. It somehow went away. Did I screw it up? Donny, social media specialist and influencer. He's got some passion. If you love food, you gotta follow him on Instagram because he gets a chance to review some amazing restaurants. And that's why I'm big as I am, because I keep going to the restaurants and following his advice. So tell us what's going on and how the group can help you.
So it seems like I'm doing my job then.
You are.
Yeah, I was gonna open with like a joke about the ceiling. You always have, but you have to go over your head. Or then a joke about food, like pizza, but the joke's kind of cheesy. So anyway, I'm Donny. I am the city groans and everything from bad jokes like I live off of. Just feed me. I'm Donny, or Donny LB from all my social media, whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. I'm a writer, author, filmmaker, traveling. I love food, obviously. I love the ladies. Sorry, don't cancel me. YouTube, don't cancel me. But I love telling stories. I love telling my story, telling stories of businesses, and yeah, so who am I? Actually just covered all of that. What I do. So I make sure people are visible, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a brand, whether it's an organization. I make sure they're visible through the use of social media. I'm an influencer, I'm a content creator, and what that basically is, people hire me to go in and it sounds glamorous, but eat food or stay at hotels, drive cars. It can be really fun, but it's also why I'm 30 pounds heavier. So it's a really, really cool thing. Because I love telling people stories. Everybody's stories are so different. I've done tons of different things, whether it's hosting events, doing voiceovers for people, social media campaigns, and of course, you see all the food stuff. And I post it on my pretty large platform. This is just my Instagram, but I get lots of interactions, lots of engagement. And what I'd like to tell people and just share that it's not about your followers, it's about your engagement. So don't get discouraged when it comes to your numbers like that. Next slide. Okay, my biggest challenges, obviously being boxed in as a food influencer. Now, that is kind of 75% of what I do is food, but I do tech, I do lifestyle, I do hospitality, I do banking, I do it all. But I seem to get boxed into just being a food influencer, which can make me struggle a little bit. Breaking beyond local, I want to grow. I've been doing this for, I just realized it's October 1st, it's been 7 months now. I've been doing it for 7 months. I'm thriving and growing. I have no complaints there, but I also want to continue to grow outside of just Metro Detroit. And that unpredictable workflow, even with state domain. So I'm always busy, I'm always working, but last week I had six clients. This week I got one. I got other things to do, but trying to balance that out. Next slide. What I've tried so far, I've pitched to larger brands. I've contacted tourism boards. I've tried multiple paths for growth, whether it's like user-generated content, which is really, really cool because I'm just making content, not necessarily posting it on my platforms, but making content for companies and brands they can use however they want. Next slide. So when it comes to reaching out to larger brands, cold pitches, I realize it's kind of a low return. You might sit there and pitch say 20 different brands, you might get one email back, which doesn't sound bad, but it also is a time suck. Tourism boards are slow moving. You know, I've reached out to a lot of tourism boards. They're great to work with. They love working with influencers because they get to showcase their city, they get to showcase wherever they are. But a lot of them aren't really up to date with what I do, or what influencers do, content creators. Steady work with unpredictable workflow, already kind of covered that. Just trying to make sure it's already going up. I need it to be a steady month to month. Okay, so my questions are, what am I missing in my messaging? It's keeping me like just stuck kind of in this box as a food influencer. And I know a lot of the stuff you'll see is like food on my page, but I try and make sure that stuff at least pins something that's lifestyle, or I share something that's like a brand, and I continue to work with other things. And then how are others growing beyond local clients into larger scalable partnerships? I've worked with big brands, I've worked with like Chevy and Oberon and places like that, but I want to keep growing bigger. So that is my presentation. I'm here all week.
And tip your waitress, right?
Yeah, tip your waitress.
So, here's the challenge. What are you missing? What's keeping you boxed into the food influencer space? And how can you grow beyond and find larger clients? I think those are all great questions. And we talked a little bit about some of those things in our one-on-ones, and we talked about some specific things that you can do. But there are people in this audience that are a lot smarter than me. So I know we've got some great ideas out there. And because of our time crunch, 45 seconds or less, talk to him afterwards, we have all day.
Awesome. Hey, Donny. Hey. David Benjamin, I'm a marketing consultant. We talked about this before. One of the things that I suggested, and I'm not sure if we followed up with, is actually creating content to pitch your services to some of these bigger brands, right? So, I don't know what you use now for your outreach, but yeah.
Right now, I'm doing very little pitching, very little reaching out because I'm so inundated with people reaching out to me.
Okay. So that'd probably be my one piece of advice is you need to create marketing material for what you want to go after so that they can visualize and see exactly what you can bring to the table for them.
That's good advice.
Hi there.
Hi.
Melissa McClary Davis again, 45 seconds, right? So you're busy, right?
Super busy.
Are people come to you for food? Like food related?
They come 75% food, 25% everything else. They're always coming.
So I think, one, I know these are drastic measures, but you may have to say no to some of those folks. And then you also need to if you want a new message, create another website, create another Instagram page, talks about you as an agency or a resource for agency. I own an agency. I look for you guys all the time. So, and then working with other agency partners. So tourism, go after small agencies. We always collaborate with production folks. So label yourself as a production person more than an influencer.
I struggle like you. I am also an influencer in my space. I'm an influencer in my space, but I also need to brand myself as well. Like, what do I know besides running? So my space is running, and that's where I influence. And many brands are contacting me, many people are and I'm like, yes, this is great, but I want to showcase who I am more than just an influencer. So it's a good problem to have because I agree, you need to marketing material to market yourself, but also you need some marketing material where you are showcasing your abilities as an influencer. So it has to have both ways, and also brand your name. I think you have to go and see what you brand yourself as a name, not only as a food influencer, but who you are. Who are you? What are your advantages? What makes you special? What makes you unique? And then new interests are gonna come your way.
I like that a lot.
Hello, how
Hi.
are you? Okay, real quick, the riches are in the niches. I think you have yourself way too big here. find 2 or 3, find somebody else who's also an influencer and send the stuff to them that you can't help and get a referral. Figure out a way that you can get paid to send off things that really you shouldn't be doing. It's the biggest mistake I find in real estate, is people try to do everything. You can't. You gotta be an expert in everything that you're doing. So that's it. And partner, and I gotta say, partner with other influencers and see if you guys can trade back and forth.
I do a lot of that. My influencers, it's a great influencing city, Metro Detroit, where we collaborate a lot.
Good.
Hot ones. Hot ones. So instead of meeting, talking about food, people already follow you because they're interested in food. But how about have interesting conversations that entrepreneurs would be interested in while you're eating food? So some of the biggest mistakes, errors, and judgment that you see entrepreneurs making when it comes to marketing and branding, have those conversations while you're eating food. So then you'll bring in a totally different demographic that's there for food, but also interested in your success and how they can brand themselves more effectively. You did something that was really dope last week. I saw you in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, I saw that. And I said to myself, I would pay him to pay the people I work with, because I don't want to do what you do. But I will pay you to train the people I work with to do what you do. And that way, you spend a lot less time dealing with the churn, and you're working less so you can focus on your own pet projects. So I have 3 other ideas, but those are the 2. We only have 45 seconds.
Oh, connect. I like those. I like both.
Hi, good morning, Steve, I do AR7. Oh, sorry, 30-second YouTube video, I am a voiceover artist, I am a blah, blah, blah. Only do it on that topic, and that way, you know, the search engines will pick you up as that, and you also have a reference for those specific skills.
That's really good.
Hey, how you doing?
Morning.
I'm glad to meet you because I saw you on Instagram. But you know what? I've been dealing with a lot of people here know me from the financial services business, but they don't know that I got about 30 years in the tourism business. Like I've been a tour operator, and that's a great niche for you because I just heard that. And dealing with the ships coming in, right on the Great Lakes region, they're gonna have the ships coming. They already coming to the dock. But if you were the guy to highlight what's gonna be at the area, tourism is one of the biggest industries in the state of Michigan. And then you got a lot of room to move around to whatever it is you want to be there, starting with that one. And then you could be happy. You could just, all of them, conventioneers, everybody use food. And so you could use that if you want to, but think about if you got all the business out of ships coming in and out of the port. Okay?
That's a good one.
Okay. All right. Thank
you.
All right. All right.
How you doing? I'm Sean from Detroit Strong Gym.
And look strong.
Thank you.
Move closer.
So you said you want to get more into lifestyle. I would say, what's your second favorite thing other than food?
Working out.
So if you enjoyed that, I would look at someone from their social media and see like food, and if they have a second thing, I'm like, oh, he's into this too. I may be more likely to follow him because I see there's a different version of him. So I would say follow your second passion too, just rather than just lifestyle.
That's good.
How you doing today?
Excellent.
Good. I'm Orlando from Auto Brokers.
I know you.
Yeah, I think that you should focus on recurring income. And when you do your deals, just structure it maybe like quarterly. It's one of the things that changed my business model. We focus more on long-term rentals than daily rentals. And I think because you be up and down, but when you wake up and you got 30 bookings already and it's quarterly, it'll take you a little time. Now you can really focus on what you really focus on. You don't have to really work on that. It's already consistent.
I like that a lot.
Last one, super fast. Hi. Okay. So I think you have a lot of like knowledge in the way of like, you know, what's good. If somebody calls you and is like, what do you recommend? Maybe you can have on like your newsletter or subscriptions or Patreon or something where you like break down the list by like, all right, it's Valentine's Day, here's the top block to go to, or here, you know, what to do with your kids on the weekend, kind of doing it in like a bloggy format that people can subscribe to, and then you can get that, you know, mailing list kind of growing that way, maybe.
I just started a Substack, so I'm gonna.
There it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, great suggestion. She just gave me an idea. Curated experiences. People are always looking for cool stuff to do. So that's something you can add. Thank you so much, you guys. A lot of great stuff.
A lot of great stuff.
What's one thing you can take away from what you've heard this morning? And I know it's a lot.
Ooh, that's a lot. The one thing I take away is probably kind of dial in on one more thing that I'm passionate about and kind of showcase that a little bit
That's
more.
great idea. Thank you. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much. So 6 months, 8 months, a year, come back. Tell us of everything you heard, what worked, what didn't work, because we want to hear those things. And the community wants to hear those because they want to use them to be successful as well. Thanks, Hollywood.
Thanks.
Yeah, we have some books to give away, and the winners are, drum roll please. Melissa McClary Davis. All right.
And Mary Ann.
Deborah. There you go.
You get a call.
Come pick him out in the morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.
So thank you to both of our presenters this morning. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Donny LB. We'll see you back very soon, and thank you for being a part of our community. So one of the things that we do here also is we make sure you know what's going on in the community in terms of education, in terms of finding the right skills and tools to grow your business. And we've got something coming up that Carmen's gonna come talk about.
I'll talk about it super quick. So who in the room has ever attended one of the cafe panel dinner evenings? Not enough. Okay, so the next one is the 16th. It's here in this room. It's $10. Food is catered in by Boozies this time. And as small businesses, we think it's time to grow my team. And then we try to hire people without anything written down, without a plan, without specific job roles lined up. And so that is what this panel is going to be on. How to build and lead teams that people want to be on. So maybe you don't need a full-time W-2 person. Maybe you need to explore the different options on culture. Culture is not just a pizza party or like casual Fridays. So this conversation will be really good for any small business in the room. And then the spinoff off of that, our very own PJ, he's emceed here before. You like him, you love him. Then it's a hands-on workshop here in this space, $0, so that you can hang out with PJ. He's got a background in improv, and so he's got icebreakers that are not gonna put your team to sleep, because we've all been in that room for the mandatory team building day, and it's awful. So these are two things that are coming up for October for us. October 16th for the panel, $10 dinner. I'll be the moderator. PJ and Colleen Thompson, Jennifer Beatty, her company is Culture on Camera. She helps companies that are like, we're remote now, and then don't know how to do it. So she helps people out in that capacity. And then PJ's is the 21st, Tuesday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So if you're not educating yourself, you're not growing, and every day that you don't educate yourself is a missed opportunity. So if you're a small business owner, education is key. And grants workshop for businesses and nonprofits. David, you want to take 10 seconds? Oh, Lisa, that's even better. If you have an event, if you have a business-related event, an entrepreneurship-related event, and you want us to put it up on the board, you can reach out to us and we'll do so, but you have to be here to talk about it.
Like, grants are really intimidating for people. There are grants out there that you can apply for yourself if you know where to look for them. Knowing where to look for them is the hardest part. Businesses and nonprofits have at municipalities. There's free money out there if you know where to find it, and if you fit into the niches, it can take a lot of time. So you need to know how to hunt for a fund that applies to you, and then what language you need to speak to the funders so that they can connect with what your mission is and see that it helps their mission.
Hey, thank you. It's kind of like SEO. When you know what to say, it puts you at the top of the list to get those grants out of thousands of people who apply for those. So I think it's a great workshop. Also, the Madison Heights Food Pantry, we know that the holidays are coming up. That is an ongoing for the rest of the year, right? Or until the holidays. Cranberry sauce. There was something else you were looking for as well. So if you want to make a contribution, we have a box here. And I forgot mine again. So I have to give you some money. And workshops through Open and Thrive. Again, Open and Thrive is our primary sponsor and my employer, so I got to do this. But we do have some workshops coming up. We've got a couple. Where is Justin? You got a couple you want to talk about real quick? You got 30 seconds.
Oh, great. Okay. So we'll give them 2. All right. Hello, everybody. Just real quick. We have some exciting events that we are doing at this month in October. The first one is going to be at Walsh College, October 21st, from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. How many of you, we're going to be talking about how to acquire a business. Many times people think when we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about it from starting a business from the ground up, but no one ever talks about how to buy a business. We're going to be talking about that, the steps you need to do, the team you need to have, and Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist is going to be in attendance because he actually has a program that shows people and is showing people the importance of purchasing businesses here in the communities. So you want to reserve, there's the QR code where you take it to the website. Make sure you want to reserve. The space at Walsh seats about 85 people. So you want to kind of reserve. There's no cost, but we got to manage the space as best we can. And then also on October 30th, we are doing an event called Candid Conversations through, we're partnering with the chamber here. Candid Conversations is about honest conversations as entrepreneurs. Many times we have, as entrepreneurs, trouble comes, challenges comes, and because nobody told us this was part of it, there's a lot of shame and things that happen that no one talks about. So we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So go ahead and register for those events today.
Also, a couple real quick, getting smart about procurement. Smart is a partner with Open Thrive. They are looking for people to buy stuff from. So if you're a business owner, this is coming up and it's on our website, October 8th. Come check this out at the Madison Heights Library. If you are interested in doing business with Smart, and they buy a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You got to check that out. Also, real quickly, get your money, access to capital. First Merchants Bank, who's one of our partners as well, they've got an event coming up on October 7th and the 14th. And they're also going to be a coffee sponsor for us very soon. So they are very involved in the community and they have money to lend, and you don't need a perfect credit score to get some of that money. And Ferndale's Fall Festival. Come on up.
Hello. All right. Hi, everybody. My bad. My name is Alicia Pardo. I'm the senior/smart coordinator with the City of Ferndale's Parks and Recreation. Our office is literally right there, so y'all see us probably go back and forth all the time. But I wanted to invite all of you all out. We have our big fall festival happening this Saturday, October 4th, from 11 to 3. I have flyers, but then it's literally the same thing that's on here. So yeah, we would love for y'all to come. It's a very family-friendly event. Y'all are kind of getting a little exclusive, but we are having a beer tent this time around. So it's gonna be adult-friendly too, right? So we'll be doing that. So we'd love for you all to bring your family, friends, dogs on leash or anything. Also, we are looking for volunteers too. So if you're looking to volunteer, have some team building, you can even bring like your kids as well. We have all different ages volunteer. You can come see me, or you can come into the office and talk to any one of us over there. We'd love to have you. So I'll just come around and pass out some flyers for anyone that wants it, and let me know if you have any questions.
And it's $10.
Oh yeah, so yeah, now it's the price, you know, was it the price yesterday, the same price as today or whatever. So, or yesterday's price ain't today's price. So yeah, now it's $10 per person. Yeah, because we just did the early bird discount that ended.
And that's cheap. If you go to one of the orchards, you know, like what's the one? Like Lakes, you spend a ton of money, so this is a great deal.
Yeah, thank you.
And guess, oh, I forgot to do your event, Cigar Social, if you are a cigar smoker. Right? When's it gonna be at Jaybirds?
Tonight, no, Good Times on the App, we're back indoors.
Good Times on the App on Livernois, if you wanna smoke cigars and do some networking,
Yeah,
it's a
Mamba
great spot.
Amisi is our guest.
I'm sorry?
Mamba Amisi.
Mamba Amisis.
Mamba Amisi.
I'm
From Baba Fair, he's our.
Oh, yeah, that's a great restaurant, I'm sure Donnie's been there. All right, we are done for the day, thank you so much, I took a couple of minutes of your time, 10:04, so you get the rest of the day back. You can stay here to co-work all day if you would like, but at 10:30, we want to keep the noise level down so that other people can get some work done. And then now it's time for pictures, so we use these pictures on our social media. If you want to take pictures, make sure you tag us. Also follow us on social media. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Facebook, and we are on Instagram. And we need followers. Also, we are on YouTube. Follow our YouTube channel. We post these every week. So if you want to pick up some information, maybe you forgot to write down, you can watch these every week. Okay, so everybody to the one side of the bowl. And our presenters, please come up front. Donny and Lynn. You get to sit in the front because we want you front and center. And thank you to our online audience as well. Thank you, Melissa, all the way from North Carolina. We miss you.
It's gonna be really quick.
Really quick. All right, everybody on the other side of the podium, gather in.
Donnie's busy. Donnie, we know you're famous. Sit next to me. Donnie, you want to be on the front, Donnie. Get over this way a little bit. It's want to be a picture. You're in that space.
And we thank everyone. Thank you so much for coming out today. If you love being here, tell a friend. We want to fill this room up every week.
Are you in the picture? Yeah. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. You're free. Thank you.